Hi, everyone. It is long overdue and backed by popular demand, Real Talk with Distinctive Delphine. I am Delphine, and today I'm lucky enough to share some awesome information with you from Katie Alexander at the Montrose County, Colorado State University Extension. And I just lost her. Let's try to get Katie back. Oh, I think she's trying to get back. Sorry, everyone. We're trying to have Katie back. That's live for you guys. Katie, are you back?
Oh, goodness, Delphine, where'd you go?
Can you hear us? I think it's your internet. We might have to do this another time, guys. Can you hear me? Katie? Well, this was the comeback of Distinctive Delphine with Real Talk, and I think we're going to have to try this another time with better internet, unless you can hear me, Katie.
You just came through now as I heard you say that. So I'm willing to try unless you want to figure out another date. Gosh, I don't know.
No. Well, let's give it a try, and if it doesn't work, we'll do it again. How's that?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
good.
Well,
assuming you gave me a lovely little... All right. So two of the projects that I wanted to talk about that are coming up these days is first the Annie's Project. Annie's Project is Empowering Women in Agriculture. It's a 6-session educational program. It starts January 27th, and the deadline to register is the 19th next week. Costs $65. We're bringing in over 14 speakers to talk about the basics when it comes to agriculture. So this is a woman in agriculture looking to improve their knowledge in insurance for their families, insurance for both commodity and marketing stuff, basics for finances. So we're going to go over basic finance sheets, make sure you guys understand that, estate planning. So there's a lot of transition in farm ground. And so that we're going to bring in a couple lawyers to talk about the basics of estate planning so that your women are tooled and have the skills to move forward to make appropriate decisions with that. So lots of really good topics and subjects that we're bringing in. Annie's Project is a really unique and cool program. It is across the entire United States. It's in all 50 states, to be quite honest. It was created because of a lady named Annette Fleck, and she had over 3 or 4 generations living in her family. And she was the one that always had the book with all the paperwork and all the details. And she was the one that really had to put the pencil to it to make those hard farm decisions. And this program is inspired after her and her process and the trials and tribulations that she went while living on the farm and making those tough decisions. You know, she sent her husband back to work because she could make more money milking the cows at home and collecting eggs if he had a job in town. And so they made some really hard decisions in life. And so that's why this program has come about, and it's offered in this area, thankfully, starting here soon, to educate women to be better businesswomen in agriculture.
And that's amazing. I think we really need more support, and specifically in this area, because there's just so much to learn, right? And as you get into we have a lot of people moving to Montrose who do not know how to make those decisions and move forward. So I love that it's really geared towards women too, but also to be better partners, right? If your husband is already so busy, I'm sorry about the cat. So if you're already so busy, right, and you can be a help of your husband, and we all know that we can do that so well, and education is key and power. So I really love this program. I'm also really excited to talk about the Farm Forum. So I actually put the link for Annie's Project and how to sign up in the description of this event. So if anyone is interested. Also, I'd love to talk about the Farm Forum coming up. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about that?
Actually, this is one I'm really excited for too. So this one's going to be January 21st and 22nd, and Delphine's provided the registration information. There is an in-person, and there's also going to be a virtual track if you'd like to do the virtual track from afar. We're going to try to stream several of the keynote speakers. Chris Nichols is a microbiologist that I have listened to speak probably 3 times in my career. And she's coming to talk about the soil health and gut biomes and your health. And I am super excited about that topic. But then besides that, they have a really wonderful selection of breakout sessions. There's over 16 breakout sessions. We're going to talk about ranching with wolves. There's going to be a breakout about farm and food workforce cooperatives. There's actually a whole module on Friday that's revolved around that. That's free. They do ask that you register for it. They're going to talk about vegetable breeding. A couple of the CSU research scientists from the local stations here are going to come talk about some of their programs that they've been working on. Regenerating your land with holistic management. And there's also going to be a couple beekeeping speakers too that are coming in as well. And so the Food and Farm Forum this year is bringing a wonderful group of speakers in that even if you just have an interest in agriculture and where your food comes from, taking the time to come to this is super knowledgeable, super educational. So. Oh, you're on mute, Delphine.
I'm muted, yes. So I love that you said it's not just for farmers. Even if you're not in agriculture, no. I think the source of our food is so important, and the bees is definitely something that I'm personally very interested into. And I know that I shouldn't, I've been very careful on not spraying things in my yards to make sure they can feed off of my flowers. So I love the educational part of it. And that's something that I thrive to do more and more, is to try to educate people. So I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about this. And then you have, I think, something else to share. So we've got the forum, we've got Annie's project. Tell me a little bit more about what's your goal with CSU. I know you're fairly new in this position and you've done so much in the last couple months.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about what's next, what's coming up, what's your plan, and what really you guys are trying to do in education for the Western Slope.
Yep. So we're trying to put together some series, hopefully for weed identification and stuff. I did start this job in April of this last year in 2021. And so as we move forward with a lot of the phone calls that I've been receiving, basic knowledge on weeds and how to treat them or how to remove them from your property is one of the goals that I have, along with water conservation. We have been going through a drought the last 2 or 3 years. So my title is the small acreage and marketing position. And so really what that means is anybody who has anywhere between, let's say 3 acres up to 50 to 100 acres. If you need help or have trouble with something, give me a call. If I don't know the answer, I bet you I can find out who does have the answer. In terms of irrigation, natural resources, soils. I love soil. Actually, my pastime and my pleasure in life is soil health. But if you have veterinary questions or need to reach out to the college for any type of help that way. And then just to talk about our CSU office in the Montrose area right now, starting last June, we did get a new 4-H extension agent. His name's Jamie Goza, and we're super excited to have him on board. He's working on building the program. So if you have kids that are in 4-H or interested in it, give them a reach and learn a little bit more about it. It's a super wonderful youth program. And then there is Duncan. She's our food and consumer sciences position. And so she teaches a lot of the food safety handling classes and the safe serve. And then we also have Stephanie Lamb within the office. She's part-time. She is a STEM coordinator. And so STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And a lot of people don't know that she has tons of really awesome kits that can be checked out for not only classes, but for parents that need something for their kids to do. There's an egg incubator one that we totally tried last year and hatched out some baby chicks. Super fun. But there's a whole bunch of neat ones that she has that's just not agriculture. It's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And then so we do serve the Tri-River area. So I'm not just Montrose County. I'm actually Mesa, Delta, Montrose, and a little bit of Uray and San Miguel. So.
And then tell me, is this the right number to call you if we want to get a hold of you, the 964-2194?
That's my direct line to go straight to my phone office. If you're looking to get a hold of anybody else in the office, you want to call 970-249-3935. And you'll get the one of our admin assistants, either Lacey or Christy, and they're wonderful. They'll get you taken care of.
Awesome. Well, sounds great. Thanks so much for your time. Is there anything else that you want to share with us today?
You know, actually, now that I think of it, I have one more thing. So one of the other really awesome things that I didn't know that CSU offered until later this year was what's called the Master Gardeners Program. And so there are volunteers that work a set number of days in our office and in the Delta office and in the Mesa office, where if you have a gardening question, they can find you and get you an answer to it. So pretty cool. And if you're interested in becoming a master gardener, reach out to our office and we can teach you how to. There's a whole set of classes that you get to take.
And that's the Master Gardener Program. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, great information. Thanks, Katie, so much for taking the time. We might just have to do this again in a month and remind everybody. But for the food forum coming up, that's coming up really soon. So everybody make sure you register. Same with Annie's project. Your deadline is the 27th of this month. The links are in the event. If you need any more information, you can call Katie or call myself, and I'm happy to redirect you to the right place. And here's Katie's phone number as well. Well, Katie, thank you so much for being part of our first Real Talk with Delphine in 2022. I'm really excited to be back on track, and I'm going to see everybody every week on Thursday to give more information and education back to the community and really just help everyone who needs information. So if there is anyone that wants to hear anything specific about local business, about anything else you want to learn about, just write it in the comment, let me know, tag me in it, and then we'll make sure we interview people that you want to hear from.
Perfect. Thanks, Delphine. You take care.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.